Dennis, with your flowing blonde locks, handsome face, Greek god-like physique, Howardson-like slapshot. Oh Christ, I got Bobby Hull's cue card here. Funniest man I know, Mr. Dennis Hall.
Thank you very much, whoever you are. Jesus Christ. Nice to be introduced by a nobody, eh? Makes me feel real important. But I'm glad to be here again to support one of my best friends. And it's wonderful to be here and to be part of the highest scoring family in the history of professional hockey. Of course, there were only 7 Sutters to beat out, but But Darryl, of course, former Blackhawks and wonderful, wonderful man. He just joined the Big Brothers. That's how kind and considerate he is. And he tells me he's really loving it. And every Sunday, Johnny Bauer comes and takes him for a walk. Johnny said if you're real good, he'll take you to the zoo later. But you know, I was sitting in the press box in the old Chicago Stadium with Ron Caron, okay? Manager of the St. Louis Blues, and your brother was on the team, right? And a couple other Sutters, I don't know. They just had a bunch of Sutters out there to fill the ice, so my nephew Brett could score goals, but I said to Ron Caron, manager of the St. Louis Blues, I said, Ron, wouldn't you like to have a whole team of Sutters? He said, yeah, but who'd carry the puck? But one of the Sutters who the one who didn't play, Gary, right? Yeah, Gary. He's tied with Dwayne in an assist. But pass it to him. He's your fucking twin. Come on. But I have a brother, Gary, and I was telling your brother, Gary, when I was in Viking, I said, I have a brother, Gary, but he has 2 R's in his name. And Gary Sutter said, well, that's redundant, ridiculous, and highly unnecessary. I said, but Gary, if my brother loses an R, he's still Gary. What are you? First time I've heard it too. It's funny, eh? No, it's funny. Like, I bet you the Sutters have no idea. Like years ago, I'm thinking about the Sutters, and they don't know I'm thinking about them. But I bet you maybe, if I remind you of this, maybe you were thinking of the Sutters too. Did you ever watch the Bob Newhart show? Yeah, and the guy would come out and say, this is my brother Darryl, and this is my other brother Darryl. I thought of the Sutters. Jesus, I did. But you know, I had a chance to fly to LA from Toronto with Darryl, and you know, it's a long flight, and you know how the Sutters are tough. I don't care, eh? I'm a Lady Bing guy. And we're flying Toronto to LA. And, you know, Darryl's in the middle seat, which means he's not splitting atoms in his spare time, but I'm sitting here, it's a long flight, I take my shoes off. right, it's a long flight. Darryl spit in both my shoes. What am I gonna do? I am doing nothing. Halfway to LA, Darryl said, hey, Hull, get me a Coke. So I went up and got him a Coke. What am I gonna do? Geez, I was shaking. I brought him back a Coke. We're getting off in LA, and I said, you know, Darryl, we have to stop acting like stupid hockey players and start joining regular society and not do these stupid things. He said, what do you mean? I said, you know, spitting in the shoes, pissing in the Coke. Oh, Jesus, I kill me. I'm telling you.